Because this is too important. I mean, I wish it's too important. We know that the world our society is getting sicker every year. We know that. Diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer is on the rise. We know that people are ignoring the fact that this can happen to them, just like it happened to me. And prescription drugs are not the answer for a lot of people. I have not known, seen, or heard of anybody that has been cured by a prescription drugs. I don't know anybody that has fixed their situation or solved their problem. Okay. And then on top of that, the quality of water is at its all-time worst. There's just another article and video that I hope I have time to share before the end of tonight, which is 2 minutes long, but it's talking about a new problem with water that's causing cancer. Okay. And then our overall energy is worse. And that's because we're acidic, dehydrated, and mineral deficient. So I was talking about how the Center for Disease Control says heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. 1 in 3 people have high blood pressure. That most of it isn't even managed high blood pressure. I lost a good friend to high blood pressure. She went to the bathroom at work and passed away in the bathroom. Didn't take her medication. High blood pressure is serious. Some people don't know they have heart disease until they have a heart attack or a stroke. Cancer, according to the Center for Disease Control, is the #2 killer in the world. 1 in 3 men are diagnosed with cancer all the time, and 1 in 4 women. It's a cellular disease, cancer. And if it's a cellular disease, we have to fix it on a cellular level. Prescription drugs, this is where I was talking about how personal this was to me, because that's my mom. They put on her over 800 pills a month that went in her body. Who do you think can sustain health with over 800 pills going in their body every month? And I was talking about how this became so personal to me, because there's no way that pills can interact and get along. All the different prescription pills, you have different doctors working on you, giving you different medications, not really checking with one another, is crazy. And it induced dementia. And we lost her in 2017. So yes, this is personal. Obesity, 68% of adults overweight, 33% of the children was overweight. I was considered obese when I laid around feeling sorry for myself with cancer. I ate fast food 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, because I wasn't cooking and I was taking care of myself. And I'm gonna tell you, I ballooned up to, well, you'll see a picture shortly, but you'll see what I'm talking about. But the foods that we eat are laced with sugar and other injections with steroids to make the meats and fruits and vegetables last longer. Do you know they dye watermelon to make it look darker? So you buy it because the dark watermelons are sweeter. I mean, it's just so much they do to our food. So much they do to our bodies. And they said by 2030, nearly half America is going to be considered obese. So what in the world is going on? What is causing such a challenge? It's what we eat. We eat processed fast foods. We eat animal products that have been injected. We eat genetically altered fruits and vegetables. You know, I saw a video where they were showing where cabbage was plastic cabbage. I love cabbage. I put one of the cabbages on my gas stove and it wouldn't even burn up, melt, or anything. It wouldn't do nothing. It stayed just as green. And, you know, and they showed that video and I bought a cabbage just to see if it was true. I couldn't even burn a piece of cabbage on the fire, right on the fire. So the foods, the genetically altered fruits and vegetables without a seed, fruits, God, everything he makes comes from a seed. Everything. And it was void of seeds, watermelon, grapes. We've got to the point where we can't even spit out a seed. We want to pay extra for seedless fruits and vegetables, where it's really harming us. It's making us become acidic and dehydrated and mineral deficient. So this is a logarithmic scale. And some of you have seen this before, but I want you to get this in your DNA. Listen to it to the point where you can talk to somebody like it's natural. It just flows off your lips, because this is so important. Our blood has to be at 7.365. It's slightly alkaline in order for us to live. So just the easy way to remember, 7 days, 365 days of the year, 7.365. Anything that takes us lower than that can cause us to have catastrophic illness or even die. A simple cup of coffee that people drink every day, all day. Some people drink a pot of coffee a day, takes you down to 4.0. Soda, 2.8. Diet soda, 1.5. Well, some people say, well, I don't drink soda and I don't drink coffee. Well, if we eat, it's just as bad. You know, when I had cancer, I was able to avoid chemo radiation therapy. I started using these products. We talked to one of the scientific advisors of Xooma Worldwide, and they showed me some of the products they had. And because of that, and by the grace of God, I was able to avoid chemo radiation therapy going on, well, it is exactly 12 years now. But my doctor, my naturopathic doctor, who I had to pay cash for, why? Because insurance companies, they don't want you to, well, I won't say that. I don't want to say that they don't want us to get well, but they sure don't act like it. So they don't pay for you to go to doctors that will tell you the truth. So I went to a naturopathic doctor and she put me on this 80-20 principle. And I want you to adopt this. Eat 20% acidic foods and 80% alkaline foods. And I'm going to show you why this is imperative before this call is over. Why it's so important for you to be as alkaline as you can be before this call is over. But our highly acidic foods that we need to minimize is all the meats that we eat, all the cheeses that we eat that I love so much, cashews, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds are the highest acidic foods on the chart. Now, you can Google this chart. This is what my doctor gave me, but you can Google alkaline food chart and you can get, there's so many versions, but they still have the same food on the list. Mildly acidic foods are flours and our brown rice and white rice and bacon. Really, I mean, you haven't given up pork yet, but bacon, almonds, pecans, mildly acidic. So we have to stay 20% on that side of that chart. Screenshot this or take a picture with your phone. But you should focus more on highly alkaline foods, especially if you have any kind of illness, because they say that the cells of a healthy body are alkaline while the cells of a diseased body are acidic. And we didn't come up with that. Everything that I'm gonna show you tonight is documented. But we do know that symptoms associated with chronic dehydration and acidity are your high blood pressures and your diabetes and your cancer and your low energy levels, your weight gain, premature aging, arthritis, gout, acid reflux, migraine, headaches, back pain and insomnia, stress, anxiety, depression, and high cholesterol, and more and more and more. And do you know that some people have more than one of these catastrophic illnesses? Some people are dealing with 2 or 3 of these at one time. Don't we want this to end? Don't we just want to feel better, period? I mean, the experts are talking about it. Dr. Arthur Guyton, he's the one that wrote Medical Physiology that said the cells of a healthy body are alkaline while the cells of a diseased body are acidic. Otto Warburg, he knew since 1931 that cancer cells will grow and thrive in an acidic environment and cannot survive in an alkaline environment. Read that again. What do you think people that would have known this and could have done something about it? But see, we could talk to people until we're blue in the face. We could tell people this information and we don't think it can happen to us. But then I've had friends that avoided going to doctors, didn't like the doctor, said they didn't go. Wait till something wreaks havoc in their bodies before they went. Then they say, what have I done to myself? What can you do? So now we're in a race to save their life because they waited too long. Our family does that. Our friends do that. But you have to be proactive and intentional to get them to hear your voice because this is important. Dr. Linus Pauling said you can trace every sickness, illness, and disease to a mineral deficiency. Every sickness, illness, and disease you can trace to a mineral deficiency. I've noticed, and I got on my daughter's case because I didn't see vitamins going around with my grandchildren. Give them vitamins. When we grew up, we were on Flintstones vitamins or castor oil or something. Something went in us. But it's gotten so to the point that people aren't even taking care of their health or focus. I said they come in gummies now, something they'll enjoy to take. It's better than castor oil. I was ready to go buy some castor oil, start everybody taking that. But so see, they say we're thirsty, we're not sick, and research has proven that you cannot treat thirst with medication. You just can't. Your body is crying for water, but not just any water, proper hydration. We're thirsty, and I noticed my mother started getting shorter and shorter. She used to be taller than me. And I'm like, I'm not growing. What's going on? They said, we're not dying. We're drying up on the inside. Women's First magazine said that 90% of American women are clinically dehydrated, no matter how much water you drink, because most of the water is too acidic to be fully absorbed into your cells. The molecules are too big. The acidity makes the molecules too big to get into your cells. And water is vital for your life. It's the prime element responsible for life. My sister said she didn't like water. I almost had a heart attack. She didn't drink water, but I get it. And I'm explaining to you why a lot of people don't drink water, but we need to look at the percentages of the organs in your body that are comprised of water. Your brain is 83% water. And if it doesn't get proper hydration that gets into the cells, you have fatigue, brain fog, memory loss, your kidneys, your lungs, your eyes, everything in your body is water related and needs proper hydration. They said that we average about 70% water. And when we get older, 65, by the age of 65, you're 45%. It can reduce as low as 45%, and minerals come from God's healthy water, period. And most people are dehydrated, mineral deficient, and acidic. A huge percentage of America. So is the water you're drinking damaging your health? Absolutely. It's loaded with life-threatening elements. If you go to that website right there, ewg.org/tap water, you'll see what I'm talking about. And when you go to that website, put in your zip code. In my zip code is 8 contaminants in my zip code that causes cancer. Again, people say, well, I don't drink tap water. Well, if you go to a restaurant, they give you tap water, but how about your children, your grandchildren? They drink water from water fountains still. On that list, it shows the top 10 states that have the most toxic water in America. And studies show that chlorine and other contaminants found in our tap water increases our risk for heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Reader's Digest had a magazine out in 2011 when we first all got involved with it that said you could find radioactive chemicals or contaminants, and you could find rocket fuel and pesticides and birth control pills and everything else in our water. Lead is poisonous. It's killing us. So we said, okay, I'm gonna drink bottled water. Bottled water's gotta be good, we paid for it, right? But have you ever noticed, if you decided to eat healthy and go to Whole Foods or drink healthy, how expensive it is? We can go to a store and buy bottled water, 32 bottles for $4.99. That's because it's empty, dead water. They said it's a marketing scam because most brands come from the same public water source as our tap water. They say bottled water is tap water, proven to be acidic and harmful. And the bottles that they're in, they're made from petroleum. It leaches contaminants in the water. So when you go to a gas station, you see cases of water outside sitting in the heat. And then when they run out in the refrigerators, they take some out, they put it in the refrigerator, but you're drinking water that's been sitting out in the elements with the plastic contaminating the water even more, dehydrating your body. Same thing we're trying to get away from. The bottled water that we drink dehydrates us. And just being acidic alone can cause serious health challenges. So sodas and bottled water acidify, period. Bottled water, if you purified bottled water, can be 100 times more acidic than the body's optimum pH level. Sodas are even worse. They're 10 times more acidic. So I want you to look at that chart right there. And I'm going to do something right quick. I'm going to open up my screen and I'm going to show you a demonstration right quick tonight. But will you see this 10 between 9 and 10 is the optimum pH that your body needs to be at. Now, somebody is raising their hand. I don't know, is there a problem seeing the screen? If I'm going to see in the chat, but somebody's raising their hands. Nope, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to open up my screen here. And I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Hello, everybody. I hope you, wait a minute, hold on. I got a little thing there. All right. Hello, hello, hello. You can see me, but I can't see you. So listen.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hello. All right. So I'm going to have to do the talking so you don't take my screen, but I'm LRB here in Concord, North Carolina. This is some of my tap water right here. And I'm going to use a chlorine tester, and I'm going to put some drops in here. This comes from your swimming pool. You can get this at Walmart or other pool stores. You can't see me, John?
I don't see your screen.
You can't see it?
No.
I see it.
Y'all can't see me?
I
I
did.
see you.
I see you.
I was saying,
Yeah, we can see you.
Hey, Selena.
Now it's blurry.
Okay, hold on.
It was good before.
All right.
Yeah, we're fine.
Because you're not using your screen. It's just you, right? Now it's blurry.
Yeah.
go ahead, Dan, you good.
Hold on. Let me mute everybody. Yeah, give me.
There are several people on telephones, so of course they can't see you.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Somebody give a testimony. John, you give a testimony. Give me 1 second.
But I tell you what, Ernest Wilkinson, come on, give a testimony. Are you there, Ernest?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Give your testimony.
I'll just say a little about what happened. I had COVID. I was in a coma for 2 months. Was in a hospital for 6 months. I was coming back and forth. As a matter of fact, John Banks was taking me back and forth to the hospital, to my medical appointments. And I was real tired one day. And he said, "Hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this?" And he had been trying to get me to try it for a while. And then I said yes and tried it. Next thing you know, it changed. The mental fog, because I was suffering from, I don't know if you guys know what long COVID is. Long COVID is when after you have COVID, severe COVID, it ends up making you mentally impaired and fog. You can't think, can't concentrate. He introduced me to a product called Focus Up. And since then, I've been using Focus Up, mental clarity, and also went to Revitamind. It has really changed my life. Before, I mean, it would be like the whole day and you sit there and you sleep half the day. Now I'm up, alert, mentally focused, and it has really changed my life. And along with the X2O, it has really changed my life. And I thank John every day for just introducing it. So my thing to you is don't sleep on letting your friends or anyone know about it. Let them know, because you could change their life, their quality of life, just by exposing them to the products. Thank you.
All right, so now let me see if I can take it back now. I'm going to mute everybody out here. How's that? Is that better?
Yes, great. You look good.
All right. Thank you, Ernest. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the demonstration here. Here is bottled water, tap water from my tap here in Concord, North Carolina. Remember, I told you it has 8 contaminants that causes cancer. I'm going to put this pool tester in here, and I'm going to show you. The top came off. Well, that's okay. It still does what it does. I'm going to shake this up, and you see it turn yellow immediately. I didn't even have to shake it. It turned yellow. That shows the chlorine in my tap water. Chlorine causes cancer and other illnesses. All right. So I'm going to take one of my little sachets, and you can get this little box in the back office. I love it. It holds my sachets perfectly. So I don't have to carry my little silver pack, but you can carry this in your purse or your pocket. This is what they come in. And I'm going to drop one in there. And then I'm going to shake it up. Look at that. Gone. Tap water. Clean it up. Got rid of the chlorine in there. Yes, that is amazing. All right. So now we're going to take some bottled water because, we don't want to drink chlorine, but bottled water's got to be better because we pay for it. Well, we have a perceived notion that it's healthier, so that's why we buy it. So I'm gonna put some of the pH test kit that's used for pools. I'm gonna drop some in there. All right. And if it's tap water, guess what color is gonna show you? Okay. Bottled water is tap water. Remember the chart I showed you where it had to be in the blue? I don't have my little chart here, but it had to be in the blue. Well, we're gonna put one of our sachets, and I'll take one fresh out of the pack. All right, so y'all don't think I'm using some of my own chemicals here, and shake it up. It raised the pH instantly to the level our bodies need to be healthy. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you this here, because some people don't believe me with the picture. This is the month's supply of my mother's medication. This is a month's supply. This is over 800 pills, came in the mail for us to give her for her next month's prescriptions. That's over a month, and that's a 1 month supply with over 800 pills. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of acidity. If you have acid reflux, this is the greatest gift we could give you, because it's gonna get rid of that right away. But we're gonna remove the acid out of this soda to show you how when you eat acidic foods and beverages all day, you gotta put something in your body to fix the damage that you just did. You have to, or else it's gonna wind up being catastrophic illnesses. So if you have acid reflux, that's the only time you rip this open. Any other time, you just drop it in your beverage. But we're gonna rip it open now to show you how it gets rid of its acid in your body because we're acidic, and also how hard your body has to work. Look at this, watch this. I'm using a Diet Pepsi tonight. Look at that. It's getting all the acid, man, it's even over the computer. Look at that. Isn't that something? This gets rid of acid on a battery cable. People put it in their bodies, and I'm guilty. I used to put it in my body. And all the time, 700 sodas a month. I mean a day would go into my body. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the presentation, and we're gonna come back. You'll see me again a little later, because I think I gotta show you something else. But right now, I'm gonna go back and share my screen again. And hopefully, let me see, I'm gonna play this. And I saw somebody put it in the chat. And I wanted to share this with you guys tonight. This just came out today, I believe, and it's from CNN. Let's see here.
This is Sadie. She's on Verizon, the network she can count on.
Sorry
And now
about
she
that.
has My Plan, the game-changing new plan that lets her get exactly what she wants and save on every perk. Sadie's
about the
moving to the big
advertisement.
city and making moves on her plan too. Apple One, on. Now she's got plenty of entertainment for the whole ride. Finally there. Hotspot, on. And she's fully connected before her internet is even installed.
Hey, Mom. How's the apartment?
Introducing My Plan. Get exactly what you want, only pay for what you need. Act now and get it for $25 when you bring your phones. It's your Verizon.
You may have never heard of PFAS, but you're likely to have these potentially dangerous chemicals inside your body. Perfluoroalkyl and polyperfluoroalkyl are substances that are known as forever chemicals. These synthetic chemicals were developed in the 1940s and are used to repel oil and water. They make consumer items non-stick, waterproof, stain resistant, and they're found in many products you likely use. Some obvious: non-stick cookware, waterproof clothing, but also in things you may not necessarily realize: dental floss, pizza boxes, microwave popcorn bags, even makeup and sunscreen. Now, over the last several decades, these chemicals have been developed at this breakneck pace. There's now more than 9,000 PFAS-related chemicals to date, and again, they're called forever chemicals because they don't break down completely, meaning the same properties that make these chemicals so durable also make them extremely hard to get rid of, meaning they accumulate in the environment, in animals, and yes, they accumulate in us, humans. Thousands of communities across the United States have drinking water that is contaminated with PFAS, and as a result, more than 200 million Americans could have toxic PFAS in their drinking water, according to the Environmental Working Group. Now here's the thing: nearly all people have a measurable level of PFAS in their bodies. In fact, it's estimated that 98% of the US population has some level of PFAS contamination, and for individuals exposed on a regular basis, the chemicals build up cumulatively. Now, I want to be clear. These are relatively early days, and we still don't fully understand the extent of the threat posed by these chemicals. PFAS have been linked to cancer and kidney and liver damage and other serious health problems in people with prolonged exposure. As for reversing the damage that has already been done, water treatment is expensive at scale. It's even harder, if not impossible, to remove PFAS from soil or the environment. But here's what you can do until a cheaper, more effective solution is found. You can avoid stain and water-resistant products and sprays. If you order delivery or takeout from restaurants, remove your food from takeout containers before reheating. When cooking at home, steer clear of non-stick cookware and filter your drinking water with activated carbon or reverse osmosis if possible.
Filter your water. Did y'all hear that? Filter your water.
Yeah, yep.
See,
Yes,
this
we
is
did.
this is the problem that we're talking about. Now, can you see my screen? Well, I think we stopped it. Hold on, I got to share it again. But this is the problem that we're having that needs to be addressed. Where is all this cancer coming from that has 1 in 3 men being diagnosed and 1 in 4 women? They're not giving us that answer. Is it the filter in our refrigerator? We don't even know what the water is going through. I mean, everything we do, we got to be cautious with. But one thing we can do is we can filter our water. And our little product, our X2O alkaline water, is the smallest water filter system, water filter treatment system on the planet. It's a tea bag like sachet that transforms any water into alkaline water. It has 70 organic trace minerals in it. Remember, Dr. Linus Pauling said you could trace every sickness, illness, and disease to a mineral deficiency. It restructures the water molecules so they can actually get into your cells. Remember the bottled water? The molecules were too big. It was too acidic. According to Women's First magazine, 90% of American women are dehydrated and will stay that way. But we have a solution. This restructures the water molecules to the point that infants you can use it making their formula. Seniors can use it, because if you go to your water website, our water website here in the Charlotte Concord area says, do not give tap water to seniors or children without doctor's notification because of the water molecules and because of the health risks involved. So we get hydrated on a cell level. It goes directly into your cells. That's important because it strengthens your immune system. It detoxifies you on a cellular level. It cleans your kidneys, intestines, and liver naturally, combats arthritis. It regulates blood sugar. It lowers your blood sugar levels. And on top of that, anti-aging, disease prevention, regulates your appetite for weight loss. It promotes weight loss, and it nourishes, strengthens, cleans, and removes waste. This is the water our bodies were designed to drink. It's 100% natural. We call it God's healthy water. And when I turn over this Dasani bottle in here, right here, you can actually see the minerals floating around in the water. So if someone just don't take care of their health to that capacity where they're getting their nutrients and minerals, they could do it in their water. 70 organic trace minerals in this bottle of water. So if we go back to our logarithmic scale, we're at 9.9 on the logarithmic scale, where water, the cells of a healthy body, are alkaline. So, but when we don't do this, it creates another problem. We notice loss of brain power, cognitive performance, memory loss, forgetting little things like your keys in your wallet. You're walking around being late for where you have to go, trying to find something. You can't even backstep where you put it. I used to try to think, well, where was I last? Sometimes you can't even do that. Difficulty concentrating, lack of focus and motivation, low energy level. Remember, I was telling you, low energy level is one of the symptoms of chronic dehydration. So Xooma has a product called Focus Up. It's the world's first pure energy think drink. It improves physical energy. It boosts your energy for hours. Focus and productivity. Improves mental performance, alertness, concentration, memory, mood, alertness. Made of natural ingredients. Matter of fact, you go from black and white to high definition in 10 to 15 minutes. in 15 minutes, you could be feeling optimal. I use it on a daily basis, but also, and it just gives me, I can go for a walk in the morning and then take my focus up and I'm ready for the day. No matter what it brings, I can get through the day, but I'm alert. And you think about it, how many people do you know who drink coffee, energy drinks, energy shots every day to get energy? This is natural product, cognitive brain health. It awakens the brain. That's why it's a pure energy think drink. It's not an energy drink. It's a cognitive product that gives you brain power. Seniors feel younger. Students are acing their grades who used to be D students. We have another product called Revitamine. You add that with the focus up for somebody who, just wants a more clinical level to boost your overall brain function. You can add Revitamine. Blast, amazing for your children, your grandchildren. It's got all the superfood mushrooms in there, the lion's manes, satashi, and the reishi, all the good mushrooms. And I drink it myself. I use it with my focus up because I want those nutrients as well. We as adults don't always eat right. Then some people are dealing with gut health or gut challenges. This is another huge topic they're talking about all over TikTok and social media and everything else. They're talking about gut health and how a lot of things stems from right there, making sure you have proper nutrients. Our Zyme 365 is that product. But I talked about cancer, I talked about heart disease, I talked about prescription pills as silent killers. Those are silent illnesses. They don't even let you know it, that you have it until it's been there for a while sometimes. But inflammation is another secret killer. And there's a link between it and heart attacks, cancer, and Alzheimer's, and other diseases. And so Xooma has another product we call another miracle from the sea, Cardiozyme. It's documented it reduced inflammation, lower bad cholesterol, raise good cholesterol. Over 35 million invested in clinical research on this product alone. Amazing. And if you have any kind of joint pain or inflammation as well, you put these two together, super healthy joints, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, muscles, cognitive tissue, and bones. You can actually get repaired in those areas. Now, everybody's different, and this is all based off of testimonies, okay? Life Source, one of the best multivitamins out there. You can compare label to label with some of the ones you use. Ellagic acid, anybody that even thinks they can get cancer or whatever. Ellagic acid is not only good for cancer, but other things. It's made with raspberry ketones. And they said it works specifically with soft tissue cancers like breast, esophagus, skin, colon, prostate, pancreas, lung, as well as melanoma and leukemia. You can see this article in our back office from one of the scientific advisors. Silvermax is excellent for the immune system and all the things listed on this chart right here. Powerful liquid product. I keep it next to my toothbrush. So in the morning, I don't forget to take my teaspoon of it. I rate it right up there with castor oil with no flavor. Because when I was a kid and I took castor oil, I was never sick. And this product, Silvermax, is amazing. So those people that are dealing with weight issues, metabolized system that they have here, the AM pill works on your metabolism during the day. PM pill works on your thyroid while you're sleeping, and it gives you a really good night's sleep. And the protein shake comes in vanilla and chocolate. This product right here has helped so many people lose weight. Ronnie Webb lost 120 pounds in less than 6 months. Dave Thomas, he used the X2O water, focus up, and the metabolized system went from over 300 pounds in December. And in April, he was at 243. Huge transformation. I lost 107 pounds with the products. Yes, that's how big I got from cancer. After I had cancer, I was always in the gym before that. And I just got my body back. But the thing is that so many people have used this metabolized system to get their life back. But you know what? After we take care of our health, we feel like doing some stuff. People have dreams and goals, and time rates right up there with oxygen and good health, okay? You need time to be able, there's not so many hours in a day. And it seems like the older we get, how fast time goes by. We want to enjoy it. And you need money in the bank. You need good health. Well, Xooma is placed right in front of the right trends. Water, you can see it's a catastrophe. They're still coming up with new issues and problems that our drinking water is causing. And Americans drink more bottled water than any other beverage. Bottled water is a $50 billion worldwide industry. Americans consume over 1,500 bottles of water every single second. Health and wellness, $1 trillion industry. People want to be well. People want to feel good. And then relationship marketing and direct sales. Xooma is poised right in front of the right trends for you to transform your life physically, financially, and emotionally. It generates over $150 billion in annual sales, over 33 billion in the US alone. 91 million people earn income through direct sales worldwide. And then we have the internet. The internet right now with social media, you can use it. You can sit at the comfort of your home and build a business with the internet, Zoom meetings like we're doing right now. So it's so much easier today to create income as well as take care of your health and vice versa. So Xooma pays 8 different ways. You got fast start bonuses, direct sales, rapid rewards, team commissions, executive pay match, which is my favorite, generational pay match, and luxury car bonuses and leadership bonus pools and so on and so on. But the one we're going to talk about tonight is rapid rewards, because if you do this, you can get all the other ones. So what you do is you just need to make sure that you're investing in your health. You're going to invest $100 a month in your health, period. You're worth it. That should be a given. We spend over $100 a month in snacks, some people. I can look at people's pantry and see over $100 of pantry stuff. But we need to take care of our health and allocate a budget to make sure that our family is properly taken care of because of these catastrophic illnesses that are going on right now. And when you introduce it to 4 of your best friends or family members that are also committed, that 2023 is where we're going to transform. Well, when you introduce it to those 4, you're going to make enough money to get your products for free. And then when they do the same thing, duplicate exactly what you did, they're also going to have enough to get their products for free. And you're going to earn $500 a month with just 20 people on proper hydration. It doesn't have to be done the same day. You can take your time and do it. But once you get there, you're there. It's residual income. It's doing something once and getting paid for it over and over and over again. Because I promise you, close to $200 to $300 worth of products come in my house every month. I just switch some things around because I am worth health. I'm worth not getting cancer again. And so is my family and friends. So to give you an example, this chart is in the back of our website. Our website in the back office there. And I introduced it to a friend of mine named Kathy. And Kathy lives in Pembroke, North Carolina. I didn't even know Kathy was American Indian, but she was. And she introduced it to her sisters, Nancy, Arlene, Teresa, and Tori, their cousin. And I'm gonna tell you, they took it seriously. A lot of them in the Pembroke area were reeked with different health challenges. And they just did what I said. They introduced it to a few people, sisters and relatives and children, and their 4 got 4. And next thing I know, guess what? I was making $500 a month to duplicate it over and over and over again. Every single month, I was getting this rapid rewards. And they were too. This chart right here is Kathy's. Kathy was getting rapid rewards. And everybody got that 500. And what happens is that 500 just duplicates. You get 1 to 4 people, you'll be making, you get your first level rather, you get 4 people, and you're making $100 to $125 a month. That pays for your product every single month. That's your investment. And when those 4 do the same thing, now you have 16 people that are doing 4 by 4, and you get $500 a month. Those 16 duplicate and get their 4, you got $1,000 a month, just in one of the 8 ways now. This is just one of the ways. And then that duplicates and it duplicates to the point where you're making $15,000 to $20,000 a month out of one of the 8 ways. And I told you, when you do this, all the other ones happen naturally or automatically. And you're making a 6-figure income. Now I push product because I really it's a ministry for me now. All the people I know, care, and love, I want them to be healthy. I don't want to, I like a friend of mine that's a pastor who came on board. He said, I was just tired of preaching funerals. This company right here, Xooma Worldwide, we partner with, they've been in business for 30 years. Ron Howell, president, CEO, debt-free company, 40,000 square foot facility located in Hampton, Virginia. We'll be there the 3rd and 4th of August for those of you that want to be certified as a hydration specialist and learn what we know so that you can better be equipped to help your family. We're in 65 plus countries right now. 2011, I'm that person. Yes, I checked them out on the Better Business Bureau and they were A+ rating. The business had 0 complaints in 2011. I checked it just a couple of weeks ago and I was with John Banks and them on a call Tuesday before last, and Xooma Worldwide, still A+ rating. The business has 0 complaints. You can look it up yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Folks, this is the perfect partnership for anybody that wants to create income, but it's a better partnership for anybody that wants to be healthy. So John, I want to open up the line. We just made an hour, even with all the little hiccups we had tonight. That's all right, because we were determined to get it done. Is anybody can share a testimony? I like having live testimonies so that people can share with how these products have benefited them.
The best hour we could have spent anywhere, Dr. Linda. It really is. So I'm pretty sure we got some testimonies out there. Anyone? Leanna, share your lupus testimony.
I would love to hear that. We just had somebody ask us about lupus today.
Good evening, all. My name is Leanna Brown, and I call myself a lupus survivor. I was diagnosed in 1994, to make a long story short, and it changed my whole world. I don't know for sure if the lupus was the worst of my disease. The medication that I received since 1994 has caused me to be diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, glaucoma, arthritis, just to name a few, congestive heart failure. But the lupus attacked my lungs. So I was on oxygen 24/7. I was in New York at the time, and it forced me, I was working for the post office, the clerk, and they forced me into retirement. So my husband and I, we moved to North Carolina. We were there for 10 years. And there I found God and I got closer to him. But my health, every doctor that I had was giving me the same diagnosis. They were making me comfortable for 3 years. So in 2015, I was so sick, I thought that I was getting ready to leave here. So my husband is from South Carolina, and I heard the Lord say, go to South Carolina. And I used to tell myself I would never be in South Carolina, but here I am. I came in 2015. I found Xooma through one of the Sister Candy came, and I started taking the water, just the water, from 2016 to 2019. I lost 30 pounds. I can tell you I'm no longer on oxygen 24/7. I am no longer taking insulin in my stomach for diabetes or metformin. My blood sugar runs anywhere from 116 to 120 in the mornings, and my A1C is a 6.3 to 6.5. I am no longer have glaucoma. I had surgery, but I do silver max in my eyes, and my levels have been good. This has saved my life. It really has. The X2O, I'm still on it. I talk about it all the time. I always tell Mr. Banks, I said, Mr. Banks, this changed my life, but I wasn't doing it for the products. I wanted to give my testimony. It is so hard to make people understand that medications, I don't have anything against doctors, but God made our bodies and he gave us what we needed to keep them in good health. But because of what we eat and the stuff that we take into our system, we're not getting the proper minerals. And so these products have brought that back. my body's in a state of healing, and I know that the water and the products have been better. And my husband, who was a water, just a healthy person, and he was my go-to for everything, he developed gout. And I had the water in the house, but he wasn't participating. And I said, come on, babe, try it. And he tried it. And I'm telling you, in less than the weekend, he was without gout. And it's been, 5 years, babe? No more gout. So I know these products work. And thank you for giving me a chance to give my testimony.
Well, thank you. That was amazing. John Banks, you have anybody else you want to call on?
Let's call on Lucille out in Wisconsin. And she had kidney problem. I think people want to know about that. Lucille, unmute Lucille. Lucille Bennett, I'm looking at you. You stop talking, unmute, and then talk.
Maybe she can't.
Yeah, she
All right, we'll come back to her. All right.
Go to someone else then.
All right, Marvelous Mary, you open up your line.
Well, hello. I am excited to just share. Reflux is gone. I'm so excited about that. I didn't realize it was gone until one day we were eating, and I told my husband, I said, wow, we haven't bought Tums in a minute. And I realized that we didn't need to buy them because there was no more need for taking them. Reflux is gone. My blood pressure is coming down. I'm now down to just 5 milligrams of BP meds after being on 2 different ones, now only on 1, and that's 5 milligrams. My husband's numbers are coming down as far as being diabetic. Inflammation is decreasing. Would wake up every morning with inflammation. Inflammation is decreasing. And I am just excited. I'm excited. Energy level is on the rise. I was at my daughter's all week and couldn't realize why was I feeling a little sluggish. And then it dawned on me, I had not been taking my focus up. Well, once I got back on my focus up, my energy level has increased, and I'm just sold and hooked on the products. And I thank you, Miss Linda Rogers Brown, for introducing Xooma to me and my family. My brother is on dialysis, and I told him, I said, then whatever amount of water you can drink, make sure that you're putting the X2O in it. And he said, sis, my numbers are getting better. And so it's not just helping me, it's helping us as a family. So I thank you.
All right, thank you, Marvelous Mary. Anybody else out there want to share tonight? Sharing is caring. If you can share here, you can share anywhere. Anybody else have anything they would like to share tonight? Let us know.
Hi, hello, this is Ollie, and I'm trying my best to get this open, even though I'm in Mississippi and not in Georgia. It still works in Mississippi. How about that? I'm just so excited that the fact that here I am 20 pounds lighter in 2 months, because I know it's the water. The back pains are gone. The acid reflux is gone. And even my attitude is gone about how I felt about all that. So based on where we are, based on what is happening with the body, there's no way that I can say that it's not the water and it's not the attitude about how I feel about taking it every day. When you think about what it is that you're drinking, you didn't really think about it until, I'm buying this water and thinking I'm saving money and helping with my health, and realizing I could have gotten that out of my faucet. So yes, when you're going to really make some changes in your life, I think you really should start with that water. And we can go from there. So thanks for letting me share.
Let me tell you, Ollie was so excited. She's at a family reunion. She called me yesterday. She said, Linda, I got people that want to see this right now. No pre-warning. But you know what? I'm like, I got to do it. We got to do it. So thank you, Ollie.
And something, Dr. Linda, I tell people about that metformin sometime and what it does for a kidney. Would you elaborate on that just a little bit? Because you're a blood analysis doctor, and you tell folks what you see in the blood and the products that you recommend them to be on. And I tell you, guys, we don't proclaim to diagnose, cure, anything, but when you hear a testimony like you heard tonight, you can make the decision for yourself. So will you just say something about that metformin if you don't mind?
Yes, see, metformin will, over a period of time, start really affecting your body in different ways. It does have some minimal side effects in the beginning, but it's what you do over a period of time. If you keep staying on a product, it can damage your organs. And do you know, I'm glad you brought that up, that the doctors now are prescribing metformin for people to lose weight. So that's the new thing. They're prescribing metformin to help people lose weight that don't have diabetes or have an illness that would require it. They're using it now to lose weight. So now these people use it for a long period of time, and it is affecting the organs in the body. So we had a doctor that was in our audience one time, and I showed the video a while back because I videotaped some of the testimonies. And she said she just wanted to see how we got some of her patients off of metformin and prednisone. She had them in, she actually brought one of the patients with her. And she sat through a presentation, and then she had us do the presentation at her office for some of her patients. So if you can, get with some of the medical professionals and just get one of them that cares enough about people, they will partner with us and help some of their patients. But they got to have a heart for people, because that's what it takes. It takes having a heart for people.
Well, Dr. Linda, we appreciate you with all that you have done for us. And we try to give the folks the opportunity, if they had a question, to ask you why they have you on the line. And I know some of them probably want to go and look at their income reducer, that TV, and we'll let them get back to their show. But I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being on the call, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you take time out on a Sunday afternoon to come and listen about something that can really help you and the people that you know, that means to me that you're serious about helping someone. So let's help some people that we know, that we love, that we care about. And I tell you, Dr. Linda Roger, I tell you, you're just awesome. You're just awesome. And I could not thank you enough for doing this presentation for us this afternoon. When we see you in Hampton, Virginia, we're gonna have Urban White that take you out to buy anything that you want to eat. Now, I can guarantee you that.
Urban, I'm sorry he's putting that on you. I'm sorry, Urban.
As long as y'all make money, everything all right. As long as money, everything okay.
I'm sorry, Urban, that he put that on you.
As long as you use money, it's all right.
We've been, the people that are on here tonight, and these two gentlemen right here, we've been working together for a while now. It's something when people stay with a company for 12 years, 10 years, 8 years, but it's even more when you go to the home office. And those of you that will go to the training in August, their employees have been with them forever. Their turnaround employees, Denise is still there, Terry, you're gonna see Jessica, you're gonna see people, you're gonna get to know them. It's a family because they care about the health of a generation. They are invested in us. Their products are priced right, and we have to stop thinking individually and start thinking generationally. We have to start thinking about not just worried about what we got going on with us, but we have to start thinking about our generations to come. And then on top of that, with our finances, some people are acting their wage. We got to get past acting our wage. We got to get to the point where we have money for generational health and wealth. We have to have enough money to be able to cover eating right and being able to get good food. And that takes money, And so don't just pass money on to your family as we leave this earth. Pass your mindset, pass your knowledge, and don't wait till it's over, too late. Do it now. Get in touch with the people you know, care, and love now. Because when it comes, you can make all the money in the world. 70% of the wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation. But health is more valuable. And when people feel good, they could do good. And when they do good, they'll create the wealth that they need. So that's it for me, John Banks, tonight. I'm so excited that you invited me on. I'm passionate about what we do. And thank you again.
Dr. Rogers Brown, this is Commander Clark. I had two questions, but first I wanted to say outstanding presentation is one of the best presentations over the years that I've been with Xooma. Outstanding, outstanding. Two questions. One, are we able to get a copy of your slide deck? And two, will we be able to get a copy of this recording?
Yeah, because and I don't know if it was John Banks or somebody told Home Office and Ron Howell wants my slides. And so does
It's wonderful that she heard the first time.
so we will do that. John, I'll give it to you. You can give it to put it in whatever,
Yes, ma'am.
communication you have with your team. Right.
That's a yes.
Yes, that's a yes. And what was your other question?
A copy of the recording.
What was your other, oh yes, so the recording, yes, you can get those.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Hello, Linda.
Jacqueline has her hand up.
Yeah.
Jacqueline?
Yes, good evening. Thank you. Doc, I heard you talk about the metformin, and I was wondering was semaglutide or ribelsis, do you know if that is metformin as well?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have a question?
Yeah, hello, Linda Rogers. A great job tonight. This is Joe Baldwin calling. I'm part of John Banks' team. I know a friend of mine who is the leader of my Bible study group I would plug in on Wednesdays. He's a very, very successful pharmaceutical rep, and he's got a really, really nice home. I don't know how much money it's worth, but very, very valuable. Lives right on a lake. And, I've talked to some of my guys in my group, and some issues. They don't want to appear to believe me because they see this guy's had success in judging just by the home he lives in, using that. At least, with the last 2 weeks, I've heard a couple times now that prescription drugs is the #3 killer. I appreciate that. Because even my brother-in-law has got to go for a treatment 3 times a week now. I tried to invite him once last week, but between him and my sister, they weren't interested. I guess it's too bad for them, but I tried.
Well, don't stop trying. And let me explain something. When somebody is real sick or they have severe illness and they get in treatments and things like that, even people with cancer, it takes a certain mindset because they're afraid. And some of them put a lot of faith in their doctors because they feel like that's the answer. That's all they have. That's the only hope they have. And you can't take it personal or worry about it because you have to understand where they are. When I had cancer, I sought out help, but I didn't seek out help for the product. I sought out help for the money because I knew that while I was dealing with the cancer, I wouldn't be able to make a certain amount of income. And I didn't want to lose my home and everything else, worried about my health and focusing on that. So I said, well, maybe if I can get back in the industry, because I've been in this industry for 41 years. I said, well, maybe if I get back in it, then I'll be able to create some residual income that I don't have to continually work for while I'm dealing with my situation. And so that's what my original intent was. But then I had such amazing results. I couldn't not tell people whether they wanted to hear it or not. But guess what? At the end of the day, they came back to me. They might not have listened at first, but when they exhaust everything with the doctors, even some people that went to the doctor, showed them what we had, they told them not to take it. And then once they got to the point where the doctors felt they couldn't do anything else, they said, well, go try those supplements you originally talked about. So don't give up on them. Say, look, I know you don't want to, take my word for it, but if you ever get into a place where you don't feel like what they're doing is working for you, just give me a call. We have thousands of testimonies. Somebody asked me about lupus this morning. Debbie asked me about lupus. She had somebody with her that is dealing with it. And what do we have tonight? A testimony on lupus. So don't count them out. Just understand that they're in a scary place. And not everybody is open to naturopathic health because they hear negative things from their doctors, because their doctors don't know much about it either, because they only get 1 semester of training on naturopathic health. So don't take it personal. Just stay with them. Just say, look, I'm not going to give up on you. These products are good. And I'm here. Whenever you're ready to hear it, I'm here. Just assure them that. Okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Somebody else raised their hand. I thought Dan Garza.
Yes, I thought I would interject. I have nothing against docs. I went to school with docs. But if you listen carefully, when a doctor is prescribing something for you, they almost always will say, let's see if this will help you.
Yep.
Let's see if this will help you. They're supposed to be knowing what is good for you. But they almost always will say, if it's not the first time, it will happen the second or third time. Let's see if this will help you. Be careful. They went to school. They got a sheepskin. That sheepskin was no guarantee. You are in charge of your health. Take charge of it. You don't go to a doc. Sometimes we need to do that. But remember, listen. They will invariably say, let's see if this will help you.
And that is so correct, because it's practicing medicine, and they never lied. They practice medicine. Dorothy Milton, you had your hand up. Thank you for that, Dan.
Yes, I did. Thank you, Linda. I just want to make a comment on that. We are responsible for our health. So even though the doctors tell us one thing, if we know of something else, we can try that as well. Because like you said, they're practicing, so we might as well practice on us. I heard the other day, a good friend of mine told me that even in medical school now, that they have the courses for alternative medications. So they're getting ready. So they realize that we need other things besides medication, because it doesn't cure anything. But prescription drugs do not. But what God created and what comes from the ground, that cures everything. So we have got to partner with our doctors and get it in our system. So I just wanted to interject that.
Thank you, Dorothy. All right, anybody else? Leanna.
Yes. I just wanted to say, Dr. Linda Rodger Brown, it has been a pleasure sitting here listening to you. And I went on Facebook, which I don't do too often, and put you live that you're going to be on. And I see quite a few of my family and friends was here tonight. And I'm so thankful for you and the presentation and all that you said. Have a blessed day and be blessed. Your awesome testimony. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Banks, I'm gonna turn it over to you, sir.
All right, and we thank you again. And I guess everybody is ready to go home and get ready for that work day if they're not already at home. And I just want to thank God, Linda, for introducing or bringing you and I together. I want to thank him so much. And to everybody on this call, we'll say until the next time. If you have any questions, get back with the person who invited you on this call, and they will answer each and every question that you have. So with that, God bless, and I see you the next time. Thank you, Linda.
Tuesday night, John. Tuesday night.
You get, hey, I repeat, Dr. Linda Rodger Brown. Tuesday night. Hey, we had 75, 76. Let's knock it up to 100. Let's knock it up to 100. We're going to do it, Doc. We're going to have 100.
All right. And thank you. And to my team that participated and came tonight, thank you. All right, and everybody have a great evening.
Good night.
Great job,
Thank you,
Linda.
Linda.
Great job. Great job, Dr.
Good
Brown.
night.
Good night,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Tuesday night,
Thank
8
you.
o'clock.
Somebody from Harker Heights, Texas.
Dana from Virginia.
Bessie
Thanks,
from
Linda, and I'll
McCain,
be talking to you
Columbia,
later
South
this week.
Carolina.
Sterling, North
Walden,
Carolina.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's one thing.
Wonderful.
Everybody be blessed and highly favored.
Thank you, thank you.
Good night, everybody.